Hey YouTube, Hyckory Styck back with you this evening. We are down at the home pond this evening doing a little fishing. It has been extremely windy today, so therefore I decided not to go to a lake anywhere because I just didn't want to fight the wind. But I wanted to do a little fishing, so I came down here to the home pond to fish. This pond, I need to elaborate a little more than what I did on the last video that I made here. This is a young pond. The pond was built in 2017 and it was never actually stocked. It just had some random bass thrown in it and they started multiplying. And then my wife and I tried to put some brim in here, some grown brim. My father-in-law had a guy put some fingerling brim in here, 250 of them, and that's about all that's been done to it. I've been trying to help the pond out. I've been trying to put structures in there. You see the pipes. I've got Christmas tree structures everywhere. I've got fry nurseries. I've got underwater pipe structures. I've just been trying to do some structure. I come to this pond a lot to observe bass and to practice new techniques. This pond is very well built. The bottom of this pond is great. It's about 15 foot deep in the deepest point. It probably averages 8 feet deep. There's drop-offs everywhere. There's a nice shallow bedding area built into the pond. It's just a really nice built pond. It just needs some management and it needs some help. I'm going to try to put some more brim in it this year, some fingerling brim, and I'm going to try to start taking some bass out because it is full of bass about that long. And we all know that that is not ideal at all. We're going to try this crankbait. This is a new crankbait that I picked up. I'm trying to learn to fish crankbaits. This came from Black Label Tackle out of Petal, Mississippi, which is only about 60 miles north of me. So local people, it's handmade. It's balsa wood, handmade. We're going to give it a try. I haven't thrown it much. I don't own a dedicated crankbait rod. I've never been a crankbait fisherman before. I was raised with my pawpaw. My pawpaw didn't think you could catch anything on a crankbait, so we didn't fish them. I've never caught stuff on a crankbait. I don't know if crankbaits will work around here. They tell me they will. I want to learn to fish them, so I don't have a dedicated crankbait rod. This is my Cashion Icon Topwater and Jerkbait rod. It's a medium action, extra fast tip. So it's not ideal for throwing crankbaits, but it's the only medium action rod that I've got. I actually ordered a Cashion Icon John Cruise series crankbait rod last night, but I just ordered it last night, so it's not here yet. This is a Squarebill. It dives to from 3 to 5 feet deep, I believe is the specs on it. This is a 7/4-to-1 reel. The reel may be a little fast for it, so I'm going to have to be careful and fish it a little slower. The goal today is to catch a bass on a crankbait because I have never in my life caught a bass on a crankbait. I don't even know how fast or slow to fish him. We're going to just try different things. Color of this bait is just plain old brown craw. Well, I had one chase it, but he wouldn't take it. Now when my crankbait rod actually gets here, I'm going to run a 6/4-to-1 reel on it because I have read that that is the way to go on a crankbait, is 6/4-to-1. Oh, one hit it, but he didn't grab it. Another thing I'm not exactly sure of is how to set the hook. I've read that you just speed up with your reeling, but I don't know. That fish just kind of came up and mouthed it. There's a fish. Now I lost him. Shoot. There's another fish. Got this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's a little feller, but we'll take him. We'll take him. Nice. First catch on a crankbait. I'll take it. First fish ever on a crankbait. Wonderful. I did follow the directions that I heard online. I just started reeling a little harder when I felt them hit it. I did not set the hook, if you probably noticed watching me. And I'm reeling just fast enough to feel the bait. And 2 hits back to back. I don't know if it was 2 different fish or if the same fish just came out of that again. I'm not sure, but regardless, that's awesome. So my friend that I was working on the reels for came by yesterday and was trying out some of my rods, and he gave me some pointers on casting overhand for distance, and by George, he was right. It has helped quite tremendously immediately. So you learn something new every day. That's a fish. Right there. Little fella. Oh, he got off. There are a couple of 2 and 3 pound bass in this pond, but not many. Most of them are in that 12, 13 inch, 1 pound range. Oh, there's a bass. Little fella. There's a fish. Little guy. Bat though. Little male. Bat little male. Bye fish. Thanks for patience. Well, now I'm excited to get my actual crankbait rod. Now I'm really excited to get it. I bought what Cashion calls the John Cruz series Squarebill rod. And according to Cashion and according to the video that they have on their website from John Cruz, they designed the rod specifically for squarebills. And that is what I intend to primarily fish down here in South Mississippi, because we don't have a lot of really deep water. The water around here suits itself really well to squarebills. You don't see that 50, 60, 70 foot deep water around here. You're looking at, you know, typically 5, 10, 20, 25 feet of water at the most. Therefore, a squarebill that dives 3 to 10 feet, well, that's all you need. Now, Cashion makes in the John Cruz series, they make a deep cranking rod, but I currently don't feel like I'm going to need that. How you like that, Trevor? So this is a really nice crankbait. Like I was saying, it's handmade right up here in Mississippi, right close to me. Very, very nice. I don't even know if it's got a rattle in it. No, this one does not have a rattle. It's a silent runner. Honestly, I know nothing about crankbaits, so I bought it because my buddy said it would probably do pretty good and that it looked good, and I thought it looked really good, and man, I really like it. I believe that the other one I have has a rattle in it. You know, I know they talk about when you're fishing crankbaits, whether it be squarebills, deep divers, whatever, you want to be banging them off a structure. You want to bang them off of rocks on the bottom, you know, make racket, root up dirt, that sort of thing. Well, we don't have rocks, particularly rocks. We don't have rocks in South Mississippi. You know what we've got at the bottom of our water? Mud. Now he might can root through the mud, particularly a crawfish colored one, root through the mud and attract a fish, but there's no rocks to be banging across. There was a fish. He missed it. I've got to learn how to set the hook. I think what I did, the mistake I made there was I stopped reeling. I need to continue reeling. There's a fish. He's a little fella. Oh my gosh, the bait's bigger than you are, son. What are you thinking, fish? Man, either he's terribly hungry or he's just crazy, one of the two. Not even big enough to make the grease stink. Bye, fish. Thank you for your patronage. I felt him hit, and then I thought I'd lost him because I didn't feel him anymore. Well, here's my geese. Got a pair of geese that have taken up residence on this pond. Also a pair of wood ducks. That's why I've got the wood duck box up there. I don't know if the wood ducks are going to nest here or not. I saw one fly over a minute ago. I thought maybe they had gone. Hopefully they'll nest here. There's a fish. Got him that time. He ain't real big, but he's the average size for this pond, y'all. Oh, he got it good. Not particularly big. Bye, fish. Thank you for your patience. Well, that's number 4. And hit number countless. I'm learning. We're gonna get this figured out. We're gonna get it figured out. The geese are not at all happy about me being out here. Guess what? I don't care. They can wait their turn. This crankbait fishing is not as easy as it would seem. Not as easy to snag a fish as it would seem, I suppose. But I mean, that's, from what I understand, that's why you need a medium action, medium fast tip rod, to where you don't lose fish like that. And it's the rod. Well, I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to fish a little longer till it gets dark, but my battery's about to die in my camera, so I think I'm going to call it off for the evening on the videoing. I think you've seen what you need to see, me trying to learn how to fish crankbaits. Been a nice adventure. I've enjoyed it. I think I'm going to enjoy fishing crankbaits. I'm going to learn how to do it and be more efficient at it. I can't wait to get my crankbait rod in. But I've had a good evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something from my mistakes that I've made this evening. And until next time, as always, Hyckory Styck with you. Y'all have a good one.